Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome back. I'm Fuzz, and today I'm talking about my most anticipated 4K releases coming out this summer. So I'll be doing kind of a preview of some of the movies coming to 4K over the next couple months, and I'll let you know which titles I've already pre-ordered for my own collection, as well as titles that I haven't yet ordered, but I'm still chewing on. I'm still thinking about picking up at some point. And in the process, I'll also show you a couple websites and accounts I like to follow to stay informed about and keep track of upcoming 4K movie releases. So let's just get right into it and rock this. All right, so the website that we're going to be using today to kind of go through some of these releases is like a database put together by thedigitalbits.com, which is a great site, by the way. If you haven't checked out that website, they've been around for a long time and they do some of the best physical media reviews out there. But for our purposes today, we're looking at this database. It's kind of like an archive database that they put together of upcoming release dates and accompanying artwork. And this is the site that I use to keep track of what's coming to 4K, or it's one of the sites I use. I mean, I have a couple different things I use, but this is a key site that I frequently return to keep tabs on what's coming out. And I've included a link to this website in the description down below, so you guys can check that out. And I would recommend bookmarking it. I think you'll find this is a site that you probably want to return to quite often as well. So anyway, the way it's set up here is it automatically puts you on the current date or the current week that we're in, which is June 24th here. And it shows you right here in the center. There's your current day. So you can either go back a week and see what was released last week or weeks before, or you can go forward a week. And then with each time you go forward a week, you'll have the option to go forward another week. And you can just keep going forward for as far out as they have information, which is usually only about 2 or 3 months. And I should note that what we're talking about here, these are just confirmed release dates only. These are not like rumors or things that have been announced, but these are like actual confirmed release dates where they actually have a solid release date. And, pre-order listings are live on Amazon and that sort of thing. So what I like to do here is go down below the date here and filter by 4K titles only. Now, you can look up Blu-rays, you can look up even DVDs that are still coming out. They really cover all the new physical media releases coming out, but for our purposes here today, we're just focused on 4K. So let's scroll down, take a look. And I'm not going to talk about every 4K release. Pardon the ads here. I'm going to have to zip out of these sometimes. That's the only annoying thing about this site. You do get some ads. But I'm not going to talk about every 4K release here today. I'm just going to be talking about some of the big ones that I'm personally interested in or have pre-ordered, or even if I haven't pre-ordered, ones that I think those of you who watch this channel might be interested in, because obviously I only talk about certain types of movies on this channel, primarily focused on horror, action, sci-fi, those types of things, and thrillers and that kind of thing. But, I don't cover every single type of movie on this channel. I'm certainly not going to be talking about newer movies like Minecraft here. But I am interested in Dark City. That is one that I did pre-order, and that's supposed to be coming out. Well, I guess that comes out tomorrow, at least as of my recording of this. I'm recording this on Monday, and it is coming out tomorrow. So I expect I will have this in my hot little hands at some point tomorrow. And this is one of Arrow Video's chunky boxes. So that's going to be really cool. I've heard good things about this restoration, or I haven't heard a whole lot about it. I've deliberately been holding off on watching too many reviews until I've had a chance to watch it myself. But I caught a few thumbnails, and it seems like people are pretty excited about this restoration. So I can't wait to see it. And of course, another big one here, Lethal Weapon. And they always list both the Steelbook version down here, the little red one, and the standard edition versions on this database. So now I have a chunky box for Lethal Weapon that just arrived today, and I'm going to be doing a review on that. I'm going to be recording it, I hope, tomorrow, and I'm going to try and get it out as quickly as possible. Hopefully you'll have it by no later than Wednesday. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be reviewing this. I can't wait to watch it tonight. So that's obviously a big release that a lot of people are interested in. And then let's see what else we got here. Sorcerer, that's the other one that I pre-ordered. I've got that coming as well. And I will also be doing reviews of both Sorcerer and Dark City within the next week or so, I think. So let's see what else we got here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here I don't really care about as well. Some of you might be interested in The Peacemaker, little George Looney, Nicole Kidman action there. Let's see. And if you're into a little 80s nostalgia, we got St. Elmo's Fire coming to 4K there. And that's about it. And you guys can, peruse this at your own leisure when you get a chance. Like I said, there is a link in the description here so you can check it out. So now we're going to move ahead to the next week to July 1st. All right. And before we move on, there's something worth pointing out here that I don't know if you guys know. Starting, I think it was at the beginning of this year, the major studios went through a change in how often they release titles on physical media. It used to be the kind of thing where every Tuesday we could count on them releasing new titles, right? New 4Ks would come every Tuesday. But at some point, I think it was the beginning of this year, they switched over to every 2 weeks. And that's just for the major studios, right? All the major studios, they only seem to release things every other week. Now, we still have boutique labels that are releasing things on the off weeks, but the major studios, yeah, they don't release stuff as often as they used to. So with that in mind, when we look at this, that's why we don't see a whole lot of 4K releases here. And the ones we do see are just boutique labels, right? We got Primary Colors here. From Shout, you got Alexander here. I don't know anything about these other two movies, so I'm not even going to comment. But if you do, and if you think it's either of them or something I might be interested in, you're welcome to drop a comment below and let me know. But let's go ahead. So there's not a whole lot that week. Nothing there that I'm personally interested in. Some of you might be interested in Primary Colors or Alexander. It's not my cup of tea, but neither of them are for me. But that's fine. I just wanted to let you know about them. Let's move on to July 8th here. And we should see a few more 4K releases on this week. Yeah, there we go. And remember, we're still on filtered 4K only. I mean, again, if you wanted to see all the new Blu-rays coming out, you could, look at those too. But we're just focused on 4K here. Not a whole lot here that I'm interested in. I might actually pick up Sinners at one point. I've heard that's pretty good. But I mean, that's a newer movie. That's not something that I normally talk about much on the channel. Let's see. I think the only one I really care about here or that I might pick up is Earthquake. And it looks like we've got a steelbook here of Earthquake, which that looks kind of cool, actually. And then we also have the standard edition. Oh, and by the way, if you I'm not going to click on any of these, but because it's going to take me directly to my Amazon account, and I don't want you guys to see my Amazon account. But if you click on them, yeah, they link all of these to their product listing pages on Amazon. So it's really handy for those looking to pre-order these things that they include the links right there. They make it nice and convenient for you. The Little Things. This is actually a pretty good movie. I mean, it's not one of my favorite Denzel movies, but it's decent. But some of you might actually be interested in this. It's kind of a crime drama thriller a little bit. I think that's the best way to describe it. I don't know if it's the kind of movie I would revisit very often, but if you guys haven't seen that one, it's a pretty decent movie. All right, let's scroll back up here to the top, and let's go ahead and move right on to July 15th, or the week of July 15th. Again, we're in an off week here, so probably only boutique releases only, like Criterion and Shout. What do we got here? I don't know if any of you guys are interested in The Fury here, but I thought I'd point it out. It looks like we've got a steelbook coming out. You guys know I'm not a big Brad Pitt fan. So yeah, I'm not going to give that one the time of day. But RoboCop 2, I already own it on 4K. I don't need the steelbook, but that looks like a pretty damn cool steelbook. The artwork looks pretty awesome. Again, I'm not going to click on them because it's going to take you to my Amazon account. So you guys can check them out at your own convenience with that link that I put in the description. But yeah, it's coming out. Robo 2 got a little, I think Shout Studios now, the steelbooks that they're doing through Amazon, I think they're considered Amazon exclusive steelbooks. So I think they're a little pricier. I think $45 is probably going to be the norm for these. And so, yeah, it's kind of like, I think Shout used to have like Best Buy exclusives back when Best Buy was doing physical media. Well, I think those went to Amazon now. So now they've become Amazon exclusive steelbooks. At least that's what it appears to be. So let's see what else we got here. Not a whole lot else I'm interested in. I've heard this Hans Zimmer concert is incredible. So I've heard good things about it. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. I may pick it up at some point, but I'm not really in a hurry on that one. But I might check it out at some point later on. And then, of course, Hugo there, if you guys are into that. So that's about all that I really care about. I don't know anything about Battle Beyond the Stars. I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. So is that one that I'm missing that I need to be aware of, guys? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's head over to the week of July 22nd. All right, so for this week, July 22nd, we've got a couple interesting things. The big one for me is, of course, Cobra. I'm a big Stallone fan, and we're getting Cobra on 4K from Arrow Video, so I expect that's going to be a banger of a release. I'm really excited about that one, and I've already pre-ordered it. And I know some of you might be interested in Serenity. I can't remember if I ever saw that one, but I know that film has a pretty big fan base, or like a very a sizable cult fan base, if I'm not mischaracterizing that. Final Destination Bloodlines. I'm not focused on a lot of newer movies, but I've heard some people are digging on that one, and I might actually pick that up at some point. I'm not getting it right now, but later on, once we get in the spooky season, I might grab it for spooky season. We will see. I've heard there are some fans for Small Soldiers out there, which is getting a steelbook release here. So that's kind of interesting. I've never seen it. Don't know a whole lot about it. It didn't really interest me, but I wanted to mention it for those of you who are interested in it. Looks like we got a steelbook for The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Final Destination Bloodlines. Looks like it's getting both a standard edition and a steelbook release. So steelbook release right there. Standard edition right there. And let's see what else. Oh, The Stuff. Now... This is an interesting movie for me because I've never seen it, but I've heard a lot of really good things about it. This one has a lot of fans, and I haven't pre-ordered this yet. I'm still kind of on the fence about that one because I'm not sure if that's my cup of tea or not. But I have a few other Larry Cohen films, and I like them. I have God Told Me To. That was a pretty good one. So I don't know. What do you think, guys? Should I get The Stuff? Is that one I should be pre-ordering, or what? Is that I just didn't know if it would be my kind of movie, but I've heard a lot of people say great things about it. So I'm still kind of on the fence. I'm still chewing on it, but I might pick that up at some point. All right, so that's all for that week. Let's move on to the week of July 29th. And I'm sure I'm going to get ads again here. Pop-ups all over the place that I'll have to shut out. Oh, there they are. Hang on. Let me get rid of this crap. All right. Oh, okay. On this page, there's a lot of Vinegar Syndrome standard editions, like from their VSU boxes or Cinematograph line. They're non-collectible, non-limited edition versions. You can get that stuff through Amazon. If you want just standard edition of Vinegar Syndrome titles like Drop Zone here, or The Golden Child, or The Dark Half, or Jade, yeah, you can get standard editions. No slipcover. Just a 4K Amaray case and the discs. But yeah, and I'm not going to talk a lot about those at all. But so those are coming out that week. We got To Catch a Thief, not really my kind of thing. Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. I'm not a big fan of that particular movie, and I actually saw it in the theater. But I'm not a big Jim Carrey fan, but I figure some of you are definitely going to be interested in that one. I know that movie has a lot of fans, and, it was pretty amusing. Not really my cup of tea because I'm not a big comedy guy, but I have to admit, yeah, it was a pretty funny movie. It certainly had its moments. But that's coming out on Steelbook. If those of you who are interested in that, it looks like we're getting a 4K Steelbook of Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. As far as a little... martial arts action, we got the Jet Li collection here from Shout Studios, and so that looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. I don't know how many films are in that. What is it, like 5 or 6 films, maybe? But yeah, that's that's another one I'm on the fence about. Well, I'm not on the fence about getting it. I'm on the fence about when I want to get it. It's probably something I'll pick up at some point, but it's not something I felt like I needed to pre-order and get like on day one. So I'm holding off on that one. The Beyond, that's another little Fulci action there for Fulci horror, I should say. For you Fulci fans out there, this is another one I decided to pass on. But they have it's a nice deluxe box set edition that I gotta say, I mean, I was definitely interested in the packaging, and I was very tempted to pre-order this one, but I decided to pass on it because I just don't think I'm the biggest Lucio Fulci fan. I've got a couple of his films, but he just doesn't do that much for me. I don't know if his style is well, again, my cup of tea. So anyway, but the Beyond, that's a pretty big one. The Gates of Hell trilogy. So yeah. Fade to Black, another horror title there that I've heard great things about. I've never seen it. I didn't pre-order it, but I may pick it up at some point. Stuff like this, I'll probably wait until October or closer to October if I'm going to get that. So I'll have it for spooky season when I do my horror marathon. All right. And if you guys want to see any of the rest of this stuff, it looks like, I almost forgot. I almost didn't see that. Nobody is getting a limited edition steelbook. Nobody's a great movie. Yeah, and I hear that there is a sequel in the works for that. So yeah, that's a great action movie. That one I really like. I have the standard edition 4K of that, so it's not something I'm going to get. But if you don't own that movie and you're a fan of like action thrillers, yeah, that's a good movie. That's a really good movie. So, all right, let's head back up here to let's move into August, August 5th. All right, this is another one of those off weeks where there aren't as many releases. Up here come the pop-ups again. Every time I switch pages, these pop-ups come up. I got to get rid of them. All right, but we do have Better Off Dead coming out, and I don't know who's releasing that. I didn't happen to notice, and I'm not going to click on it right now to see. But we are getting a 4K of Better Off Dead, which is kind of a classic. Those of you who grew up in the 80s, you know this movie well, I'm guessing. It's definitely a lot of nostalgia for that movie, and I may pick it up at some point. And then we're also getting a reissue of the Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning steelbook, the limited edition steelbook. It's a reprint, which happens occasionally. So those are the only things that I was interested in from this week. And I'm not actually getting either of them right now, but I thought you guys might care about those. All right, let's go to August 12th here. Ah, yes. Prince of Darkness on 4K. We are getting a 4K steelbook from Scream Factory, which I'm very excited about. This is something I've been chomping at the bit to get for I think about 3 years now. After they released the steelbooks, those cool steelbooks for They Live and The Fog, I thought to myself they have to be planning on doing Prince of Darkness soon as well. And so for the longest time I held off on buying the standard edition 4K because I was convinced they were going to be releasing a steelbook of Prince of Darkness. And but it took them a while. I thought this was going to come out, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago or something, and it just we're just now getting it. So I ultimately broke down and bought the 4K of Prince of Darkness, the standard edition 4K, just so I could get a slipcover. But now I'm looking at this, and the artwork is absolutely phenomenal on that, and I have to have it. So you better believe that I pre-ordered it. So I've got mine reserved. Now, Ghost of Mars, I don't care about Ghost of Mars. I mean, I'm a big John Carpenter fan, but I'm not a fan of that particular film. I mean, it's okay. It's not terrible. Well, I don't know. It's kind of terrible. It's not that great, but I mean, I can watch it, but it's certainly not the kind of film that I need to upgrade to 4K. I'm fine with my Blu-ray for that. And I believe we already have a standard edition 4K release of this as well. So yeah, getting it on Steelbook, there's no need for that in my book anyway, not for my collection. I'm fine with just Blu-ray for that. That's not a film, among Carpenter's catalog, that's not a film of his that I return to very often at all. So Poseidon, which is a remake. And this is a film I saw, looks like Arrow Video's putting that out. This is a film I saw when it first came out. And honestly, I wasn't that impressed with it myself. But some of you might be interested in that. If you've seen it before and you like the film, Arrow Video is putting out their 4K release, so that's going to be pretty badass. I mean, anything Arrow puts out is usually pretty badass. So a lot of people are excited about Sleepaway Camp 2 and Sleepaway Camp 3 coming to 4K. I'm not a big Sleepaway Camp fan, but I'll admit I've never seen the second and third one. I've only seen the first one, but I really disliked the first one, so I never bothered watching the second and third. I'll probably maybe stream the second or third eventually, just so I can say I've seen them, but I don't see myself ever buying them, let alone buying them on 4K. So Got World Trade Center coming out on 4K. What else? The Strangers, Steelbook here, and looks like some Toxic Avenger stuff. So I'll let you guys check that out on your own. So that is August 19th, or no, August 12th. So let's go to August 19th next. This is another one of those off weeks, so not you don't get any major studio releases that week. The only thing this week that I'm interested in, and I am very interested in it, is this Blaxploitation Classics Volume 2 box set, which I have already pre-ordered. And I just recently did a review of the first Blaxploitation Classics set from Shout, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this Volume 2 collection as well. The films look great. And yeah, I've got it pre-ordered. So, but that's the only thing that, at least that I'm aware of, that I'm interested in. I don't really care about these other titles. So let's just keep moving on to August 26th here. And this week we've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 2003 remake, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning coming to 4K from Arrow Video. A lot of people are pretty excited about that. I don't really care about The Beginning very much, but I am interested in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. I think I saw that years ago. It's been a long time, but that one I'll probably pick up. I haven't pre-ordered it at this point. That's another one of those ones I'll probably wait until a little closer to October before I get it, but I might pick it up for spooky season in the coming months. City on Fire, I'm not familiar with this film. If you guys know anything about it, or if is this something that I should be looking at, let me know in the comments below. Also not familiar with Deathstalker, so I don't know if you guys are into that. Dante's Peak, I mean, it's listed there as the release date, but we still don't have any information on that. So that's kind of, I think that's an error. I don't think Dante's Peak is actually coming out at that point. I think that was pushed back from before, and they've just never updated it. Let's see what else we got here. And it looks like we got Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Some of you who are big Monty Python fans, we're getting a steelbook of that. So some of you might be interested in that one. All right, so let's see if there's anything else. So we're at the end of August here. Let's see if the September listings. Is there anything for September? Oh, and this is what happens when you eventually run out of titles, when they reach the limit, because we usually only know about 2 or 3 months in advance when titles are going to be released, like actual release dates, right? I mean, we might hear rumors, we might hear that something's coming soon, longer than that or before that. But in terms of like hard confirmed release dates, yeah, we usually only know those about 2 to 3 months in advance. All right, let's click. I think that's the end of the line here. There may be a few more. You can just keep moving forward into the future. I mean, sometimes if you keep moving forward, like I'm doing here, like you'll see a couple stray releases out there, but that's the bulk of the releases that we know about, I think, at this point. By the way, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, do me a favor and please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you do, don't forget to activate those notifications as well, so you can be alerted whenever I'm posting videos that you might be interested in. Also, don't forget to like the video as well. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm and the channel's visibility. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. All right, so I think that covers everything I wanted to show you from this particular website, but there are a couple other releases I wanted to talk about that weren't listed here. These are import releases. First up, we're going to Umbrella Entertainment, and this is Daybreakers here from 2009 film. They have got this gorgeous limited edition rigid chunky box, 4K and Blu-ray collector's edition here. It's a little pricey, but I actually ordered this back in like December or something like that. And it was originally supposed to be released in like April. And but they had some delays trying to get everything right. And so they pushed it back a couple times now. They pushed it back to the end of June. And then I just checked the other day, and of course they had pushed it back to August 6th here. And I hope that holds, because I'm really anxious to get this release. Let's see what I can bring up and show you here. So you get this chunky box, which has got that artwork, right? And then you also get a slip-covered edition inside there, and that's the slip cover. And well, you can see everything that's included there. Anyway, I'm not going to go through all of this. I will include a link, though, in the description to this product for those of you who are interested in Daybreakers and would like to get this nice chunky box. If you don't want to get the chunky box, you can get just like a slip-covered standard edition, which I believe places like Orbit DVD and maybe even Diabolic DVD have for sale. So if you want to get just like the standard slip-covered edition, which would be this little Amaray case with that slipcover there, then you can do that, and you don't have to import from Australia, because that's, I think, where Umbrella is located. They're out of Australia. So if you're not in the mood for international shipping and all that, and you'd like to just get a more streamlined version of this set without all the extra fancy stuff, then then check out Orbit DVD for that. I believe they have pre-orders listed for those. But this is one I've been pretty excited about. I love that it comes with a making of Daybreakers feature-length documentary here. I mean, it comes with a ton of stuff. You're going to get a 100-page hardback book, and I'll let you guys look at this more on your own. But it is a title that I am excited about. I think I mentioned this at the beginning of the year in like my most anticipated 4Ks of 2025, and this is one of them. Of course, I expected this to be out by now and have it in my hands to do a review, but looks like we're waiting just a bit longer. But this is one I'm excited about, Daybreakers. And then there's one other release I wanted to tell you guys about. This doesn't come out till September. I believe September 10th, it looks like here. And that is The Keep, is coming out from Imprint Films. Now, I know we got a Vinegar Syndrome release here of The Keep, and that was pretty exciting. This thing sold out in like 2 days, right? Well, it looks like Imprint here has definitely one-upped Vinegar Syndrome, because this thing looks ridiculously cool. I mean, it's huge, and I don't know. I'm pretty excited about this one. Look at this. You get a replica cross that kind of comes out there to reveal some hidden artwork. I mean, this is a pretty big box. I think it works out to be about, I think it's like 10 inches by 13 inches or something like that. It's huge. I'm not even sure if this is going to fit on the shelf. But you get the movie, and it's not just the packaging that's cool. I mean, you get a lot of cool stuff here. Here, let's zoom in a little bit here so I can read this stuff a little better for you. So here's what it says. This strictly limited edition packaging features a replica cross as seen in the 108 crosses on the walls of the Keep, meticulously reproduced from an original cross taken from the set of the film. The cross is cast in zinc alloy and weighing at 600 grams. The removable cross is nestled in the front cover of a premium hardbox coated in spot gloss crosses and featuring foil stamping. I mean, this is a serious collector's edition, right? And I just happen to be a big Michael Mann fan, and I'm a big fan of this movie. Even though I only saw it for the first time last year, I fell in love with it. I love this movie. I think it's fantastic. I mean, yes, it's kind of a mess. It's pretty clunky, and it's got its problems, but it's still a really cool film. So this is a heavy, bespoke collector's item, measuring at 24 by 33 centimeters and weighing in at 3 kilograms, which I think is like 6.5 pounds. And it comes replete with comprehensive physical extras. Now, as if the packaging wasn't cool enough, they have produced a brand new feature-length making of retrospective documentary on the film. And considering the story with this film and all the crap that went on, all the problems they had that Michael Mann had with this film, I think it's going to be a fascinating documentary, and I just can't wait. I knew this was something that I was going to have to get at some point. Now, it is a pricey item. There's no doubt about that. This is a serious collector's edition, and it looks like it's going to be one of the most badass pieces I've ever owned. So I'm really excited about this. I didn't know if you guys had heard about this yet, but if you didn't get your copy of The Keep from Vinegar Syndrome and you are a fan of this film, yeah, I mean, it's not cheap, but this is going to be a really, nice collectible edition for the collection. So I'll let you guys, I've also put a link to this below. So if you want to check that out, you can, and you can look at the details and, in more depth here on when you have time. There's lots of details. They tell you everything that's included. And I've never actually, oh, and you get a hardback book there. Yeah, I'll let you guys look at all this later on. But yeah, this is going to be one hell of a release. So I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah, Imprint Films, I believe they're also out of Australia. So if you're here in the U.S., that's an international deal for you as well, along with Umbrella, if you're interested in Daybreakers. But I just wanted to let you know about these two items because I'm personally pretty excited about them, and I can't wait to receive them. And I figured some of you, if you're into the really nice collectible editions, I figured some of you might be interested in hearing about these releases, especially since they weren't really covered on the Digital Bits archive site. Now, there is one other account I wanted to recommend to you guys. Let me go back over here. All right, it's on X, Twitter X. Whatever you like to call it, Dawn of the Discs. I would recommend that you follow that account and turn on notifications for that account. This guy posts all kinds of information, and I've found out about so many upcoming 4K releases from this account. And he posts quite a bit. I mean, he might go like a few days or a week or take a little break and not post anything for like a week, but then when he comes back, he'll post a flood of announcements. And he'll not only post pre-order links, but he also just posts announcements. Even when we don't have pre-order links, he just lets us know what he has heard is coming. Like when Kino Lorber says that, such and such a title is coming soon. Yeah, he'll post those announcements so you know what's coming. But he also posts the Amazon pre-order links too. So it's cool to follow this guy. This guy is, look, we got Spinal Tap here coming. Did I not mention that? I guess I didn't mention that. That must not have a firm release date yet. All right, it says September, so I don't know if we have a firm date on that. So Spinal Tap is one I forgot to mention. That is going to be pretty exciting. I'm a big fan of Spinal Tap. I'm not a big fan of Rob Reiner in general, but I do like this movie. Pretty classic stuff. But and you can look through his account on your own if you want, kind of see. But there's Kroll. We got a steelbook of Kroll there, and you can. He's always posting tons of stuff, and he might, like I said, he might take a break for a few days or a week, but then he comes back and he floods the zone with all kinds of announcements about what's coming to 4K. There's Xanadu, all kinds of stuff. There's the Prince of Darkness steelbook, which let's take a look at that, shall we? That really does look awesome, doesn't it? I love the artwork on that. So yeah, but anyway, if you haven't checked out Dawn of the Discs, I would follow his account. He's a really good source of information for upcoming 4K and Blu-ray releases too, but primarily 4K. That's what I use him for. Okay, so that about wraps it up for some of my most anticipated 4K movie releases coming this summer. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think of the titles that we've got coming out, and which titles are you looking forward to the most? I always love chatting with you guys and interacting with you in the comments and whatnot, so make sure you leave me some feedback down below. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.